it's Jo here from Creative Empowerment, and today we have a pick a card reading all about today. So this could be literally what you need to know today. This could be what is coming up for you today. This could be, I don't know. I don't even know what these cards or these piles may end up exploring, but it's around the topic of what you need to know today. So it's based around that idea, but it could be one of many different things for the different groups. So we have 3 piles here, pile 1, pile 2 and pile 3. And as always with a pick card, it is about which pile is drawing your attention, and it may be more than one. So I'm going to go and put some crystals on there now. The crystals may help you choose. Hopefully they don't make it harder. So pile 1 we have amethyst chevron in a sphere. Pile 2 we have ammonite, and pile 3 we have ruby infusionite. So have a good look at those piles, and when you're ready you'll find the timestamps in the description box below. As always, please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more readings like this. And if you would like a private reading, there is a link in the description box below. Hi there, pile 1, if you chose the beautiful amethyst chevron, then this is your pile about what you need to know today, or what is coming up today. Like, it's just today. Pick a pile reading today. And so we have White Witch, and this is the first card that's coming out for you. And as I'm holding it up to the camera, I'm seeing quite a different image there. The White Witch is actually reminding me of what are they? The girl with the pearl earring. The Dutch masters, the paintings and portraits. And I'm not really sure why that message is coming through, but I'm just going to give you that message as it is. This is talking about being the light. And I'm going to move those cards down there now. It's really strange. Wanted to be that way to begin with, but now we're moving into that. So today I feel like the message is perhaps you are someone who is looking into witchcraft or, the occult or arcane knowledge, or connecting with your guides, with wisdom, higher knowledge, with your own higher self, all that sort of stuff. Feels like somebody who's interested in that. And amethyst is very much a spiritually evolved, or a crystal for connection to the higher realms. And we also have the deep knowledge, deep knowing. So we have the owl again happening in this card. So I do feel like you have a thirst for knowledge, in particular how it relates to higher wisdom and higher knowing. I'm also really noticing here we have the moon, but it's a circle or an orb, and then we have the happy, which is on top of an egg with a keyhole in it. So again, that does feel like the thirst for knowledge, the thirst for something, unlocking something for yourself that you are quite interested in. Hummingbird is also very much that joyous energy, and the happy card is very joyous. It is very happy. And the more that I'm talking, I have heat coming up in my throat. So I feel like for some of you, it's really interesting. I don't know why this message is coming in, but I feel like this is a message about communicating about what it is that you're learning. So the message is coming through that it's time for you to write, time for you to journal, time for you to communicate to others about the things that you know about, the things that make you happy, the things that you're excited about, that unlock doors for you and, move you into a really different space than you are in most of the time. And then the side cards here, we have Divine Will, which, there's a really big opening up here. And the person is opening up to all that divine energy, and it's about letting go of the fear, which I feel like this is the message for you, that it's time to let go of that, and that it's time to embrace this in a different way. It's time to connect with it and allow other people to see what you know, other people to learn about how deeply you understand some of these things that you may or may not have kept them hidden per se, but you may not have let other people know how deeply, you know, perhaps the lunar cycles affect you, or that you have much more knowledge about how those lunar cycles may affect them. And it may start out like conversations, but there is a communication element here, and none of these cards particularly mean that, but I'm picking up on this communication, that it's time to communicate with others about the things that you know about, that you are interested in, concerned in, you know, all that sort of stuff. And then this card here is energy signature. The past is in the present. So this feels like a message that the people that are around you, you may not feel that they're going to be interested in what you have to say. They may not show up in your world in this way. However, the thing that I want to say about these people that you'll choose to talk to is that the past is in the present, that they're probably people who've been connected to you in the past. It's no coincidence that you choose to talk to them. It is, you know, it is divine will, divine intervention that's showing up, that is choosing for you the people that you connect with about this sort of stuff, that you talk to about this sort of stuff. What else do we want to have a look at here? Okay, so we just wanted a bit more clarification from the tarot here, and we have movement, we have this could be travel, but to me this is talking about, you know, making progress, moving on, and moving forward with plans, getting somewhere, traveling from one destination to another. So that could be that whatever this thing is that I'm talking about here and how it relates to you, there's a real momentum shift around this, and it's kind of like you're allowing the flow of this divine will to carry you now. You're actually allowing the floodgates to open. And then we have the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles in this particular deck has butterflies, which is all about that transformation. And it's also a rebalancing. You know, this card is a card where we see a balancing in the traditional Rider-Waite card. So it's about rebalancing the scales. And I did talk about the past and the present here. So I feel like you possibly may be rebalancing some karma with some of the people that you are in life with currently, however that relates to you. And then our final card is the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you have a fear that you can't do this, that, you know, that you aren't self-sufficient, that you can't do this on this plane, that this information won't make it through the, you know, the communication apparatus of your body, which is your throat chakra, because we do have, you know, the blues here. But this is just self-doubt, pile one. So this is not something to actually take on board. This is self-doubt, and this card here is talking about the divine will is that you let go of this fear. We are moving forward. You are capable of this. It is a rebalancing. There is all the transformational energy with the butterflies, and this here is talking about the ability to be self-sufficient. You simply doubt it. The White Witch actually has much more knowledge, and you know, she has also the moth here, the owl. So there's a lot more knowledge and wisdom here than you are giving yourself credit for, pile one. So I hope this message has given you something you needed to hear today. Thank you for watching me. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel for more readings like this, and I will hope to see you in a reading in the future. Bye for now. Hi there, pile two. If you chose the Ammonite, about pick a card reading for today. So we're not really calling out what that really means. We're just leaving it open. Oh wow, okay, let's have a look at your cards here. So we have Lady and She-Wolf. So there's a lot of feminine, divine feminine energy here. Enjoy growth and reap the rewards. Unleash the wild within. So a very, very, you know, that sort of earth-based mother energy here. And then the She-Wolf that howls at the moon, and there's a very strong wolf energy You know, that's all about a spiritual teacher, and that can be that you're the spiritual teacher, or that you're going to connect to one, and that can be, you know, online via YouTube, it can be whatever, or some other way. Very interesting card here. So, I mean, cards here. So your crystal is an ammonite, and you might want to look that up. But I do feel like this is it's about healing and transformation, I think, but I just really can't remember. There's something in your life that it's time to go with that thing. So you're being given, you know, this forewarning that there is something that's ready to shift and leave your life. Because there's a big expansion coming in. But the other thing about this is that there's a lot of healing going on. There's a lot of growth. This card is talking about that, and there's a lot of sweetness coming into you in your life. So there may be there feels like different levels that this is happening on. And as we look at the ammonite, you know, it's got these outside circles, and then it goes in, and then it goes deep within. So it feels like there is healing happening on many levels. It feels like you're deeply transforming into. I feel like this is someone you want to be. This is a person that you've been not trying to be, but it hasn't felt as free as it could be. Let's put it that way. And there may have been some stop-start energy happening. There is something that you need to let go of, and it's time to either leave a situation, or it's time for you to let go of a habit or a person, a relationship, something there. And I might bring in another card there just to sort of get some more information about the time to go card. So I feel like there's more that wants to come in. What is the time to go card here for pile 2, please? We get some more information. All right, the Page of Wands. So this could be a person in your life. The Page of Wands, so that is the fire signs. So we've got Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, I think. I always forget one of them. So that could be a person in your life that it's time to move on from. We have the Justice card here too. So that's an 11. So we have the time to go, which is a 9. And that's a completion. Something is ending here. It does feel like relationship based, but it could also be something that that you have been passionate about in the past, and it's time to let some of it go. It doesn't mean you'll let all of it go. It doesn't mean you'll walk away from all of it. There are some things here that are becoming more of a burden than you need in your life right now. The Page of Wands here could be the person that is related to this, or someone that's, you know, involved in it. But it also could be the project itself, or the thing, the relationship, whatever. The Justice card here is coming in to say that you need to balance this out. It is no longer serving you as it did before, because I do feel like it did before serve you, whatever this thing is. But it's time to let it go now. Take the blindfold off and move forward, knowing that there's something better there for you. So the time to go card has this lovely little door that this person is running to. So you're moving towards something that's better for you. It's time to balance out that old stuff, and it feels like a bit of karmic stuff that you're balancing out there with the Justice card. Then we have the Expansion, and this is really where you're going. You're going into this feelings of expansion and initiation. So that card doesn't talk about initiation, but I am feeling initiation. So that's coming back up to this teaching, this healing up here. Educate your mind and your senses. So there is a strong initiation, education energy happening within this pile 2. So it may be that you're looking to learn some new things. We have Buffalo and we have Tarantula coming in the reverse position. All right, so that's it with those cards. So Buffalo talks about abundance, talks about having everything you need. And I love that sitting next to Lady, because Lady is also very much about that. It's talking about the sweetness of life, talking about the abundance, the fruitfulness of life, all that, reaping the rewards, the growth and rewards. And Buffalo is very much that energy. So I feel like you may, and I'm talking so fast with this group, I apologize. There is transformational energy coming in with Buffalo too. So it may be that there are blessings coming in that you haven't seen before, and that your mind is, or your eye is going to start noticing them. So Buffalo can be, you know, it's a heavy beast of burden, or it can be described that way. But what this energy here is talking to me about is actually acknowledging that some things in your life that you've seen in a particular way, you're going to start seeing them in the positive way. And that's really important because it's going to help you with this time to go. It's going to help you move on from that. This thing that you're leaving could actually be the spiritual teacher that I'm talking about. I talked literally about a spiritual teacher, but it could be that this is the lesson that you need to learn at this point in time. Tarantula is very much about, you know, a very sort of hot, dry energy, similar to this expansion. And I feel like this is very heart related for you, that there is a big heart connection. And however that applies, this is a group reading, so it's going to apply differently for everybody, but there is a heart opening here, big heart opening, a big expansion around the heart that could be getting a lot of information about births, you know. So the last couple of readings that I've done, there's a lot of people, you know, bringing new stuff in. It doesn't mean it's a baby always, but I am going to use the words that I'm getting given because Tarantula here is talking about some sort of passion energy, and it does feel very heart-based. We've got a lot of red happening here, which is the heart color in traditional Chinese medicine. We also have the moon, so there could be some secrets here about this transformation, about this expansion that you're not seeing. And I feel like there's a blessing in disguise. And I did kind of talk about seeing blessings here, and there is a blessing in disguise related to this expansion, related to this sort of heat. I feel like Tarantula actually moves quite slowly, but there is an element of quickness around them because they are fire. But I also feel like it's not a fast moving energy. You know, this is fast. This doesn't feel fast to me either. Like there's some contemplation time around this. Now, I'm not going to clarify that because it's a group reading. I want you to see how that relates to what it is you're doing. But there is contemplation time in this expansion for you, in this learning, this teaching. So just be aware of that. But there is a lot of blessing information here, blessing in disguise and blessings here. So just being aware of that and knowing that there also is a lot of fire energy. So this could relate to the people that are involved. It could be that there may be some short tempers. There could be some arguments. And it feels like they're quick and short. It doesn't feel like they drag on. But there's also not a lot of mental energy here. So make sure that, you just balance things out by thinking, not that you think through everything you're doing before you do it, because if it feels right, then do it. But connect into this wisdom here. This is earth wisdom and earth medicine, and this is that wildness within. So, it's about unleashing it, but being careful because, you want to measure it. You want to balance it here. You want to balance these two and bring in a measured approach so that you don't go off too fiery and make decisions and actions that, this lightning, that you don't have a recourse after that. And that's not how I'm seeing this energy, but there is a potential here. It's like I can feel the pull to get pulled out with the fire. And I'm not pulled in the same direction with these cards, but these two cards sitting on either side here, there is a contention and conflict kind of energy happening with these cards. That's all I'm seeing for you, pile number 2, a short, sharp message. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you would like a private reading about your personal situation, there is a link in the description box below. I hope to see you in a reading soon. Bye for now. Hi there, pile 3. This is your reading today, and it's all about pick a card for today. So we are looking at what it is that's coming up and what you need to know, what your guides, what your divine ancestors, divine messages, want to come through. So we have the Winter card, take care of your needs. So it feels like you could have been going through a personal winter here, which is all about, you know, things maybe feeling like they're not moving, they're slow, like you've been hibernating. You know, if you're in Australia, it could be in lockdown, you know, there could be things like that happening for you. But I'm really being called to the snowflake symbols. And snowflakes are very original, so there's some message in there for you, but I'm not really, because this is a group reading, I'm not getting further information, but there is something there about the snowflakes, so let's see how that applies to you. But this is about taking care of you, and very importantly so. We have two lots of owls here, so wolves are about being teachers, and owls are very much about sacred wisdom. They can also be about magic, and they can be about the occult. But here they feel like they're calling out how it's very important to make sure that you look after yourself. Now, what I mean by that is you may be a partner or have a partner who's very, you know, loyal to you, very, you know, the relationship's great, but you need to make sure that you're looking after you, that your loyal heart is not all about them, and that you're putting their needs first, because that being next to this take care of your own needs, this loyal heart, really is talking about that even in a relationship, you are the most important person. Even in a family, if you're looking after children, or if you're starting a family, or whatever the thing is here, even if you're on your own, you may be wanting a relationship. And this here is talking about your own needs first, putting yourself first. And it feels like you really need to clean that up. What I mean by that is that you may need to really look at some of your habits, may need to look at how you think about yourself. And this really does feel like, you know, this is all about your self-worth and your self-belief and your love of self. And it's really about cleaning up that, like putting some time and effort into that. And it may mean cleaning up your environment too, because your environment, you know, reflects how you're feeling inside. And it really does feel like this inner world that we're looking at here, particularly because it is a winter. You know, in winter we go within, and we are focused on, you know, that stillness, that quietness, but we are all unique, and that's that message about the snowflake here. So there is really a need to overhaul your, I don't want to call it self-care, because it's really not about that. It's self-esteem and it's self-worth, and it's putting yourself first above everybody else. And it's about really analysing the things that aren't working for you, and really, you know, connecting with spirit over them. It seems mundane, but this is so not a mundane message for you. This is a message about connecting with spirit to make sure that the things that you are doing for yourself are right for you. And, you know, ruby and fuchsia, it's all about love, and self-love is, you know, the most spiritual practice that we could have, but also the most mundane practice that we could have. And these cards here are all talking about that for you. And I love the next card, which is Galactic Healer. Move forward with an open mind. I feel like this is something that you've always been putting on the back burner, that you've been, you know, shelving because you're busy with work or relationships or family or friends or whatever it is. But you're constantly putting yourself on the back burner, and your beliefs about self, because they feel like they may be a bit too hard. Now, as I'm talking about that, I'm noticing the key, and I'm also feeling a bit wobbly. So I'm feeling for you that this is quite key for you, and that sounds I'm actually not enjoying the way I just said that, but what I mean, this is a key to open the door to something new for you. And so that's why the Galactic Healer is coming in, because it's a super important message. It's a mundane, crappy message, because, you know, we all know there are things that we want to work on in ourselves, but this one is super important for you. It's going to keep coming up and up and up and up if you don't take notice of it, because it's key for you. And it's, if you're out of balance in some relationships, if you're experiencing anxiety or sleepless nights, this is the stuff you need to work on. And I know that sounds, you know, like you're probably thinking, but I don't want to. There's lots of other things I could be doing. If you're looking for a mate and you can't find one, this is the key to that for you. If you're in a relationship and there's things going on, it's about looking after yourself first. If you're in a family or another sort of situation that I haven't mentioned, if this is a work situation, again, this is looking after yourself. Stop looking outside yourself to see all the things that are wrong and start looking at your own stuff. I know, pretty hardcore hitting message here. Mindful wisdom, create inner harmony, and so true. This is about inner harmony. This is about, just not looking outside yourself. This is not looking at the world saying, what is outside of me that I can change. This is about looking at yourself and seeing where can you heal. You've got the Temperance card, you've got the Page of Swords. Temperance card, very much about healing. Page of Swords, interesting card coming in here. Let me just see this, that wanted to come. The World reversed. I'm going to take that one, Page of Cups. And I feel like there may be one more. I'll take that top card. Yes, okay. Now I'm going to turn these cards around because they're in the wrong direction for you. Just going to move some things down here. They want to go down there. And this one came out last, but it wants to go there, and that wants to go there. Now the World card here, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be upright or not, but we'll come back to that. And the same with the Ten of Wands. But we do have the Temperance card here. Temperance card is about healing. And this feels like there's an emotional release coming for you. This could be time spent in salt baths, or actual, spa. Like if you're able to have a spa or go to a mineral springs or something like that, that sort of, the nutrients that are in the water. It's very much about that cleansing. I feel this is very much about a cleansing. And we do have to clean it up here, and we are talking about, cleaning up internally. So this also could be a cleanse, like a juice cleanse or a fast or something like that. The Page of Swords. So I'm getting, for this one, this is about writing some of this stuff down, writing it down and getting rid of it, letting it leave your body, really sort of cutting the cords of this mental activity that's been going on, and feeling a lot of spleen sort of activity here, overthinking, anxiety, perhaps sleepless nights, that sort of thing. And I feel like you need to both cut with some things that you're doing. So these are mental patterns, but these are also some physical patterns. And it may be that you're, having some coffee late in the day or something like that. There's things you need to look at. And we've talked about this, about your self-care routine and stuff like that. But it's like, cut out some habits that you've got going on, as well as use journaling, writing, drawing, get it out on paper. And then we have, now this guy came out last, so I'm going to call it out last. We have the World, so we're looking at a full cycle here. We're looking at a completion for some of you. This is a group reading. This doesn't feel 100% like a completion for all of you. This feels like for some of you, and I feel a bit wobbly and my head's spinning. This feels like for some of you that you're going to keep some of these cycles going. Feel like you're, see the bird is inside the wreath, and it's, that sort of mouse in a wheel, hamster wheel, whatever they call it. It feels like you may continue to do this cycle because you're not ready to look at some of this stuff. But there will be, a certain percentage of you that are ready to move beyond this. The Page of Cups here, with the Page of Swords, it feels like creativity could be something that could be good for you at this point in time. Whether that's dancing or singing or laughing, yoga. Like, I know yoga's not creative, but this is the sort of thing that it feels like. It feels like a self-care routine type of thing, in the sense that, do something new, do something fun, rhythmic. I don't know, like there's some different things here, but the Page of Cups is about doing something different. It's about allowing something new to pop in. Creative definitely feels like the way of going, and it's usually a psychic card, but I'm not feeling that today with this card for you, with this group. It's much more about your self-care routine and allowing the new things in, allowing fresh new ideas to come in, sort of that younger ideas, as in, you know, maybe watch kids if you're, watch what the kids are doing if you're old like me, or if you're a young person, perhaps you're getting a bit serious about things that you're doing for yourself. You know, come back to what would you like to do when you're a kid? What made you happy? What was fun? You know, like I'm thinking of collage and stuff like that. Like, be creative, be explorative, let yourself go free. And here, this is about putting down a big burden for you. And this self-care, this taking care of your own needs. You can still look after other people, and this could be talking to all of the carers out there. This could be talking to all of the people who are the ones managing other people. Look, you may be someone who invests, you may be an empath, you may be someone investing a lot of time in looking after others. And this is talking to you about putting some of that stuff down. And I felt quite a lot of resistance in my body then. It's not about putting some of this stuff down, it's putting it all down so that you can come and focus on you. You know, it's easy to become a martyr when you're looking after other people. It's easy to become very stuck in your ways and only allow yourself to do certain things. And I'm using particular words like allow, feeling very stuck. You know, there could be a lot of resentment here in this pile if you allow yourself to continue. And it's about creating inner harmony and balancing out those scales. There's a lot of balance coming, you know, needed in this pile, because I feel like you allow yourself to be last all the time, and it's time to really look on this self-nurturing, self-love, and really review what it is that you do. And this is a spiritual practice. Don't be swayed by this. This is definitely a spiritual practice for you, and it's a big energetic shift. Thank you for watching today, Pile 3. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and please, if you would like a private reading, there is a link in the description box below. Hope to see you in a reading in the future. Bye for now.